Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about some May favorites and some May not so favorites. So let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is a little skincare thing, and it is the GLAMGLOW Thirstymud Hydrating Treatment. So this is the one in the blue tin. And this is actually a mini size. And I love that they offer some of the masks in the mini versions. I wish they offered all of them that way because it's a great way to try it because they're definitely expensive. And I've been wanting to try the white one, which they don't sell in the mini. But then I had some really funky skin things going on, and my nose was super, super dry. And I could put on just tons and tons of lotions throughout the day, overnight, and nothing seemed to fix it. So I thought it was a good time to try out this mask. I can't believe how amazing this is. It fixed it almost immediately. I used it, you can use it as an actual mask, so you put on a really thick layer of it and then take it off a little while later, or you can actually put on a thin layer and use it overnight. You can do the same thing if you're going on the plane because you get really dry on the plane. I put it on as a mask, and it was such a huge difference. I couldn't believe how quickly it moisturized my nose, and it was so dry. You could see the dry skin on my nose, and this made such a difference almost immediately. And then I continued, I put it on overnight, and then I did the same thing the next day. And I mean, literally, within 2 days, I think, it was completely fixed. But I just was amazed by this, and I would definitely buy the full size, and I will definitely be trying some of the other ones because now I can see that this one works so well. And even now, I have a little bit of a cold, and so the skin around my nose is a little bit dry from blowing my nose so much, and this really helps. It's such an amazing mask, and I definitely recommend it. So I have a few different eyeshadows to talk about. The first one is a cream eyeshadow. I guess that's how you would categorize it. It's like a liquid. It's the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow, and it looks like this. And you can see there's I guess that's the coconut water there. And you have to shake it up really well, and it distributes all that liquid into the pigment, and it's super, super pigmented. I bought it because it's called Bora Bronze, and I went to Bora for my honeymoon, so I felt like I had to try this color in particular, but I had heard good things about this style of eyeshadow, and I really liked it. It's super pigmented, but it's also great as like a base for something else on top. It's really a beautiful color. I would definitely recommend trying this color if you like this color or some of the other colors. It's a really good product. The next products that I'm going to talk about, more eyeshadows, are the Colourpop matte shadows. These are two colors that I have. One is Hanky Panky, one is Bill. And what's funny is I reviewed these and demoed these when I first got them, and I'll link that video below. I talked about these shadows, and I talked about some of the lippies and some of the other eyeshadows and some of the blushes when they first came out with blushes. And I was sort of underwhelmed by these eyeshadows just because I love their shimmery eyeshadows so much that these just didn't impress me as much. But the more that I use them, the more I really, really love them. And I've been getting a lot of use out of them lately. And they look pretty similar when you saw them with the caps on, but you can see here they're pretty different actually. This is Hanky Panky and this is Bill. And Hanky Panky is a little bit warmer toned, and Bill is a little bit cooler tone. You can see there. That's Hanky Panky and that's Bill. So they're really, really beautiful and smooth, just like the other Colourpop shadows. And I just found that the more I gave them a chance, the more I really enjoy them. And so I like them better than I did in the beginning. So that's kind of fun when you end up liking something you didn't think you were going to like. So two more eyeshadows that I have to talk about are both from NARS. They're just the single eyeshadows. The first one is a permanent one, and it's called Galapagos. It looks like this. And you can see it's so, so beautiful. Just a super shimmery, bronzy color. It's just so, so pretty. It's really, really pigmented, but it's got that really pretty shimmer in it. And it's beautiful in the crease, even though it's got that glitter in there, and it blends out really beautifully, and it just has that just classy sparkle in there. It doesn't even look overwhelming. It's just beautiful, and I think it's a great shadow. The other one is almost more of a glitter, even though it's pressed. It's part of the Christopher Kane collection, and it's called Outer Limits. And it's just a beautiful, pearly, sort of almost orangey, glittery color. I like to put it over this Josie Maran shadow, actually, and it just looks beautiful on top. And I usually will put a little bit of a primer on before this, like a glitter glue or something like that. I'll also wait to put on my under eye concealer because this can have a little bit of fallout because it's pretty glittery, but it's just beautiful. It has such a pretty color and super glittery, so if you don't like glitter, that's not going to be your style, but you can see it right there. It's just really pretty, and it can be packed on really strongly or it can be a little more subtle, but it's just a beautiful color, and I like that a lot. So I have another thing from Colourpop. Colourpop recently came out with highlighters, and I got 2 of them, and again, they're pretty inexpensive. They're the same price as the blushes, and they're the same size as well. They're a little bit bigger, as you can see, than the eyeshadows. But this one in particular, I have another one that I do like as well, but this one is really unique. This one's called Monster, and it's the same consistency of the eyeshadows, but it doesn't have that same texture on the top of it. As you can see, it's just smooth. But this one is so unique. It's like a pearly, iridescent color, and it's just so unique. You can see that. It almost has like a pinkish tone to it, but it's very pearly. It's just beautiful, and it's the most unique highlighter that I've seen. It's something that I don't have anything else like it, and I've been really enjoying wearing it, and I think it's just so beautiful. And the last of my favorites is a lipstick. Now, if you have watched my everyday makeup tutorial, if not, I'll link that as well down below. I talk about the fact that when I'm wearing pretty minimal everyday makeup, I like to wear a little bit of a darker rosy nude as opposed to something a little bit lighter, because I just feel like it makes my face look a little more awake and just have a little more life to it. And I've been using one from MAC called Fast Play. I've had it for a really long time, and I recently ran out of it. And so I've been using this by NYX in replacement, and it's been kind of my go-to color. And it's the NYX Matte Lipstick in Tea Rose. And it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more pinkish than the Fast Play that I was just talking about. But it's really just a pretty color. It's not super dark. It's not super light. It's somewhere in between. It's rosy. Just a little bit darker than wearing something like a nude or a light pink. And it just adds a little bit of life to the face, but it doesn't look super unnatural. And it is matte, but it's not drying at all. It's pretty moisturizing, but it stays well on the lips. I'm wearing it right now, actually, over a lip liner. And I've just been getting a lot of use out of this color. It's really pretty. So the last things that I have to talk about are things that I did not like this month at all. And actually, it's not just been this month. I've been giving it a try for a little while. And it's a shampoo and conditioner from Lush. And I love Lush products. I especially love their bath products. And I was out of my shampoo and conditioner, the ones that I talked about in my empties. And so I figured I'd give something a go from Lush. And the person that worked there was telling me about these new shampoo bars that they had. And you basically, get it wet and rub it between your hands, and it lathers up and you put it in your hair. And I thought that that sounded interesting. It smells really delicious. That's something that I like about the shampoo and also the conditioner. This is the American Cream conditioner, and it smells really, really good. So it's something that I like about both of these products is that they smell delicious, and the smell really does linger. It's not something that goes away pretty quickly. So that's what I like about it. What I don't like about the shampoo is that it's in this bar, and it's pretty inexpensive, but of course, you don't have to, but you really kind of have to buy this little tin that it comes in, because otherwise it's just like sitting in your shower as a bar. And as you can see, like once it's in there, it's kind of hard to get it out, especially once you're in the shower. And when you put the tin on, if you close it all the way, it's really hard to get it open in the shower. And I find that I have really thick hair, and so I find that I have to use so much. I have to keep going back and lathering, and it just takes forever. It takes long enough to wash my hair as it is. And this just adds to the time, and I don't feel like it gets my hair that clean. I feel like I just have to use so much of it and it still doesn't seem to go long enough for me. So this may work for other people, but for me, it's driving me nuts because it's it adds to the trouble of doing my hair in the shower, and so not a huge fan. And as far as the conditioner goes, like I said, it smells delicious and it's not terrible, but you put it in your hands, you're like, okay, this is gonna work really well. It seems like it'd be really thick and moisturizing. And then you put it in your hair and it just doesn't stay like a normal conditioner. It just kind of like rinses out, and it doesn't really condition your hair like it should. It just doesn't seem to do that much. I'm gonna finish these things up, I'm gonna use them, but definitely not my favorite. I won't be repurchasing these. I'm gonna stick with the high-end shampoo and conditioners that I like. I find that I try to save money in that department, but my hair just needs something a little bit better. So those are my favorites and not so favorites for the month of May. I hope that you had a great month. I'd love to hear what you love this month down in the comments below. And I hope that you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. If you are not subscribed to me already, please hit the subscribe button. That helps me a lot. Like this video and share it with your friends. And I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.